Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same with the Grizzly Gentlemen. They're both fantastic deals and they help support the show. What's up, Planeswalkers? Derek 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering. And today we're playing Horrors. I named this Dunwich Horror because it's Lovecraftian. Excuse me. I'm still going to be playing this deck in Best of 1. However, I did actually try to make a sideboard for this one because it seemed a little bit easier. Anyway, the deck essentially is just kind of trying to live off of the back of Obliterator and Chupacabra. I mean, that's essentially it. We're trying to win with essentially just these cards. Our Fenlurker is also decent, but still. We have 4 Bloodchief's Thirst to deal with any annoying early game creatures, but it also scales nicely. 4 Thoughtseize because we're playing mono black. 4 Wasp of the Bitter End. We're not actually casting any Boluses here, but it's a 2-mana horror, and I needed a few more creatures, and this flies. So that's good, I guess. 4 Yarok's Fenlurker. It has an expensive shade ability, so that's nice. But also, it just forces an opponent to exile a card from their hand, which is great. 4 Phyrexian Ragers. It's a creature that allows us to draw a card. We do have to lose a life, but, you know, Phyrexian all will be 1. 4 Woe Striders. Fun fact, this is a horror. We don't really have any sacrifice synergy. We kind of sort of do, maybe, but mostly this is just a horror. We have 3 Agadeem's Awakening. This could be a land, or more likely, we're going to be using it to get back a 2 and a 3 drop. Potentially a 2, 3, and 4, but relatively unlikely. 2 Crypt Lurkers. We can sacrifice a creature or discard a creature card. I guess technically, if we have a goat from Woe Strider, we essentially get a free card draw. We could discard something like a Wasp of the Bitter End, or Yarok's Fenlurker if our opponent has like no cards in hand. So it's a card. 4 Ravenous Chupacabras. It ETBs and destroys a creature. It is one of the best horrors that we have in this deck. But the real horror is Obliterator. This is like the main card here. This is our land-based mana. Blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. 2 Barren Moors, cycles, 1 Bojuka Bog just to yeet things out of our opponent's graveyard, 2 Castle Locthwain to draw a little bit more, 2 Phyrexian Towers, because technically then we could go one of these into this, and 16 Swamps. I chose this swamp because it looked the most horrifying. I don't know. This is the sideboard. We have a single Grafdigger's Cage to help against graveyard decks as well as Gobos, 2 Agonized Remorse to technically help against graveyard decks but also control, 2 Feed the Swarm to help against any enchantment, frankly. We're mono black. 1 Grasp of Darkness, and 2 Sovereign's Bite to help against the aggro decks. 1 Noxious Grasp to hit any random green or white planeswalker that we need to kill. 2 Necromenches to just deal with essentially Ugin. 1 Leyland of the Void, additional card for graveyards essentially. 1 Thought Distortion, Q Control, and 2 Erebus' Intervention. It could theoretically come in a lot of places, but as I said, we're going to be playing this in Best of 1. Because I do not have any confidence in this deck either. Delicious. Okay, Magic. I don't know why it's showing our rank. I mean, we keep it. We have lands and spells. Not the swamp I'm using, but, alright. Little bottomed. A Man of Culture, I see. I guess technically I could have played this tapped. I should have played this tapped. Because I was just doing this. Yeah, that was a stupid play on my part. So they're playing Rakdos Sakdos. Witch's Oven plus Cats. No, just Scorpion. Alright. Why is this freaking so loud? There, we'll play a Fenlurker, and we'll play this tapped. To the exile. They exiled one of those. That makes me think they have another one of those, because there's no way in the world you exile your best card. Like, this is like the best card in this deck. Won't you look at that? So I would love to get another land here, so I could kill this Man Devil with my Bloodchief's Thirst. That's a greedy sacrifice with Witch's Oven. Okay. So we got what we got. And I'm just going to kill it. What I mean by that is I'm going to target it. The opponent's going to... sacrifice it via Witch's Oven, and then ping my Familiar. Fenlurker. I want to say this is a Familiar. I don't know why. I have a pretty big backlog on my Discord questions because I'm trash and I've been trying to talk about the games quite a bit. So I'm going to try and answer more of my Discord questions. Oh my gosh, how dare my friend be playing Among Us right now and not with me? Can't believe this. Well, that's rude. I mean, this is a 3-4, which is nice, but doesn't help me all that much. I can discard this Rager. Don't know why you're saying nice. Maybe they finally realize what I'm playing. Possible. You don't do the damage, right? Oh, it does! It does do the damage! Fun fact, it does the damage. I think we've lost this game. What can I play against other meme decks? It's nonsense. Anyway, I think I answered this question, but I'm not entirely sure. But Query asked, do I think Flash would be more balanced if it is had more timing restrictions? For example, can only be cast during combat or during your opponent's upkeep? I think that it would be... I don't think Flash, in and of itself, needs to have a rules restriction on it. I'm not going to say this. Shoot. Fine. Fine. I'm not going to concede. Oh, wait. It has Death Touch, dude. Whatever. Not playing a real deck against me. It's rude. I don't think Flash... like, the rules in Flash should have a restriction. I think that Wizards should print more cards that had a restriction when they have Flash. So, for example, a card that is meant to be an ambush card. So, for example, the 2-mana 3/1 Knight that ETBs gives a Knight Death Touch and Lifelink. I think it's a 3/1. It might be a 2/1. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I play against someone in Bronze, now I'm playing against someone in Mythic. Not just Mythic. 91% Mythic. We're gonna see some thoughts. Let's see what you're working with. I can't wait for this to be a real deck. Why? What? And you conceded. And you... What is... I want to point out, my opponent... Yeah, my opponent is playing rogues. Like, this is a played deck. I turn 1 Thoughtseize, they concede. No honor. For what it's worth, I didn't want to play against rogues anyway, even if I had Thoughtseize them into oblivion. I don't feel like doing that. What the hell am I doing? Oh, right. Yeah, so like that Knight, theoretically, if that Knight said can only be cast during combat, I think that'd be interesting. Now you can't play it end of turn. You have to have more decisions on what you want to do there. I mean, we'll keep this. Please tell me where it's just another another good person playing tribal. They're playing tribal, but not the tribal I thought it was. I mean, they don't have white, so I guess I'll get rid of that. Well, no, I should have done it the other way, technically. Ow, that hurt. How could you? We'll do this. Put it in tapped. I'm just gonna Bloodchief Thirst this. Next turn, I could technically take 5 in order to do some stuff, but I'm not too worried about that. Maybe we'll just cast Wasp. I do need to worry about Cleansing Nova, but I do have a Thoughtseize for it, so. Opponent. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna play this tapped. I would rather not take too much life. Okay. My cat just emerged from underneath the bed. No idea how long she's been down there.
Doing head jobs.
June foretold. Interesting. Why are you playing Doom Foretold? I don't mind losing my Woe Strider. He's going to sack his Dauntless. And essentially I just have to see, is he going to have another thing to play? Sacks his Dauntless. Dauntless Light Cruiser. You can't believe this. I'm gonna scry. Yeah. I'll just play the Fenlurker, that's fine. I mean, one more land, I can flash this back. Or, not flash it back. Ooh. Do you play in a thing? Why are you playing Doom Foretold in so many creatures? Oh, look at this. No. I don't think it matters what I sack, but... Oh wait, it does. I have Agadeem's Awakening. You sack your Felmire Knight. Felmire Knight. I don't say Felmire, because I'm stupid. Krups had asked, now that college has been confirmed, have you got any plans regarding the changes to Bolas? Yes. I don't think I've shown those plans yet. I don't know if I've even written them down. There are cards that I plan on trying. I don't remember if I just don't remember if I made a deck list anywhere. I should probably do that. Dauntless Bodyguard. Sure. I mean, feel free to use removal on my board. That's fine. What? Interesting. I'm gonna play the Wasp. I don't care. I really don't. Yeah, you could have saved that Witch's Vengeance. Yeah, bye, Woe Strider. I'll play this cool Wasp thing. Blood is gonna run out of creatures sooner or later. And it ain't gonna be me. There we go. Does he draw one? Nope, get fucked. Alright, cool. Now I can finally play my Obliterator. And he'll have to sacrifice his own Doom Foretold. Get fudged. You got nothing! I have a Phyrexian Obliterator now. Prepare to die. Did I go too far in? Maybe. Do I care? No, not even in the slightest. I have an Obliterator. I'm going to obliterate them. It's fine. I have an Obliterator. I drew another one. I think the main thing is that I'll be probably playing a more flash heavy, a more instant heavy version, because Torrential Gearhulk is stupid good. Why would you do it in that order? But my question remains: why would you do it in that order? Please read the card before you decide to block. Okay. I'm just gonna play this because I want to have a Phyrexian Obliterator just in case they use a board wipe, because apparently they are running board wipes. I would like to decline this, by the way. Decline, thank you. I could have technically sacrificed the Crypt Lurker, but meh. Wait. My opponent is just killing themselves on this Locthwain. Hi, Blood Artist. You can't really attack me. Gain 2 life. Go to 8. Yeah, go to 8. I attack for 5 with Trample. It's a sack thing. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the situation. My opponent's deck confuses me. Hey, look, it's a Locthwain. Yeah, just gonna fall out of tech. Because remember, my Obliterator obliterates. It has trample. That's fine. Also fine. I'll go and play the Woe Strider here. Once again, I don't want. I want to keep this Obliterator for the just in case times. My mans is crazy on this Locthwain. Kedjubs. Come here, Kedjubs. Did you see her kind of moving over there? Kedjubs.
Kedjubs, I see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll scry. Gonna lose one for this, and they're gonna gain one, but don't have any creatures in my graveyard right now, so that's a little awkward. I'm only at 7, so I do need to be careful. I think I'm just going to attack with the Obliterator. I don't know if that's correct. That's interesting. I assume I'm dead here. So I play another creature and they have a board wipe, I die. So I don't think I can actually play another creature here. Depending on what happens, I possibly just Locthwain. I guess I could just die to it, them attacking and then board wiping. Be a sad way to go. Yeah, I assume they have a board wipe here. Taking 5, going to 2. So I can't Locthwain. If I played my Crypt Lurker, I'd be at 4. But my assumption is they had me dead to rights anyway. Yep. If I played my Crypt Lurker, I would have survived. My opponent is playing an interesting deck. I think it's weird, though. So they choose Knights, and I die. Damn, yeah, if I played Crypt Lurker, I would have been fine. It's really hard to play against more wonky decks. Oh, they chose Human. You know, I'll give you a smile, Hedron. But I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of killing me. Get fucked. Well, that was unfortunate. Why are these screens taking so much longer? I feel like they didn't take this long. More. Seems like a decent curve. And if they don't play anything on turn 1, then I'm just going to play this tapped. No, I don't think I will. I might need to cycle it later on in the game. I should have cycled it there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing against Azorius Control. We're playing in play mode. And I'm playing horrors. No civility anymore. They probably have Wrath of God, though. I was gonna play the Obliterator, but they probably have Wrath of God here. Dovin's Veto? Sure. I can bog them. Maybe I'm being too much of a coward. Yeah, I think I'm being too much of a coward. That's not what... I can't believe this game fucked me like that. I mean, I let it do it. But in order to play this, I have to sack this now. I don't even know what my opponent has in their hand. They've done nothing. Alright, I'll cast Fenlurker into Woe Strider. Fenlurker into Woe Strider, I think, puts enough on board that they might want to board wipe. I assume they have Sphinx's Revelation? Well, they got rid of Censor. Although, for what it's worth, I assume they have another. They didn't. That's good. So my honest guess is that they absolutely have a board wipe. But they wouldn't... I guess, maybe not? So they're playing... So this is 100% a real Azorius Control deck. This is like one of the better decks in Historic. It's being played in play mode. Baffling End, I assume hits Woe Strider. Sack the Goat. Both of these cards are essentially Garbo, unfortunately. I'll hold up Castle Locthwain. Mascot, if you're watching this, I hope you feel nothing but shame. Thing is, they're not under, like, nearly enough pressure. Wow. Calling me surprised. We're gonna do direct damage me to death, please. Another Fenlurker. Don't mind if I do.
I am proud to have fought.
So I think this gets countered. So I'm just gonna play Chupacabra. I would also need to sacrifice the Obliterator, so I'm just gonna play the Chupacabra. Hey, look, it's Teferi.
Right on schedule. Hold that thought.
Go on, let me say this gets countered. It's fine with me.
I'm getting too old for this.
They have 2 cards, 3, 4 cards. Do they have a board wipe?
Let's skip to the good part.
If they do, hopefully they don't also have a counterspell. That's worse. That exiles. Both of my higher end cards are exiled, so that's great. Why am I still playing this game? I guess there's some dream that I might be able to push through, I guess. I don't know.
I won't let you win.
Nah, I'm not gonna play this anymore. It's not fun, and my opponent should feel nothing but shame. So when it came to Devils, right, the deck did surprisingly well, and there were some really decent choices for cards that could enter in order to help with Devils. For Horrors, it's not nearly as clear cut because there doesn't seem to be as much of connection, right? Horrors, they're kind of the gamut. Wait, I don't remember seeing Grakma when I typed in Horror. Yeah, it's fine. Even if I added these two, I don't know if it would have made the deck better. So, there's like Blister Grub, Chasm Skulker, Consuming Aberration, but that's not really a horror card. Despoiler of Souls would not be terrible. It can't block, but you know it's aggressive. If your creatures die, then like you don't mind because you can exile them to get it back. Like horrors tend not to be very great. Hidden Horror like wants you to discard a card of your own. There's not a lot really. Cataract Parasite, Cataract Creeper are both interesting, but unlikely to really help the deck at all. There are like random cards that turn into horrors from the Innistrad blocks. Yeah, there really just isn't a ton. Necrogen Scudder is kind of interesting. I guess maybe Night Howler would be okay. Phyrexian Revoker, but that's a card that doesn't really make sense necessarily. I'm gonna not say Plague Singer just because I doubt Wizards wants to put Infect on here anytime soon. Yeah, there's just not very many good horrors, and the majority of them don't really have a combining themes like Devils do. Like there's Sinuous Vermin, like that's decent, like 2-mana 2/2 that can become larger. They're random zombie horrors. But as I said, Innistrad has like a decent amount of kind of things that happen to also be horrors. There's just not a lot of like... Bruh. Alright, Soul Scourge was in like my first batch of cards. So, I mean, it's something that I like to see, but it's not really a horror. Like Spellskite, it'd be cool to be in the game, but it doesn't really help the horror deck, right? Yeah, there's just not really anything here that could help. And honestly, I feel this isn't entirely true, because we did see a couple more horrors relatively recently. I have no idea how long ago Eldritch Moon was, but that had plenty of horrors. But it feels like Nightmares have been getting a little bit more love recently. Although I don't know if they have any like identity. We'll have to figure out later this week, maybe, possibly, potentially. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, it really isn't anything that unites them. So the Devil one was super easy. This one, not so much. Like, honestly, like the cards that are good in this are Yarok's Fenlurker, Phyrexian Obliterator, and then these, right? Like, oops, that's kind of it. So, hope you've enjoyed this video. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwin and Malik, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, you'll find links in the description below, along with a bunch of other cool stuff. You should always check out my descriptions. I have the best descriptions in the game. Do, of course, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. And, of course, until next time, all will be one.